Okay, it's what is like
It's the
beginning of
Monday.
winter.
Yeah, I'm having a coffee.
Yeah, it's so cold.
It's alright. I'm wearing shorts. Shorts.
I know, but you're wearing a jacket.
I am. Is that... Are you...
Do you want a rusk? You want one?
Yes. That one guy hated our rusks.
So you're stoked for a biscuit.
Ja, ek is altyd stout.
Do yourself a biscuit.
Die hond het my beskate. Tafel afgesny. I don't know what that is if you're Irish. Sorry, I'm just doing this because I just want to get scores as well as record my audio. And you don't need to know everything.
Okay, so quarterfinals weekend.
Quarterfinals weekend.
It was gripping.
Very interesting.
Watched
Gripping
everything.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Let me just take a bite here.
Our predictions... Well, our predictions were right. Yeah. Yeah.
No upsets.
No upsets. All home games. Home game winners. All of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, start with Stormers, Glasgow.
Mm-hmm.
Glasgow too good. Stormers too many mistakes. Couldn't build anything, build any pressure, nothing.
What did I say on our group? I said innovative and precise.
Yeah, very clinical. Much like, and we'll get to that, but like the Scottish teams are clinical.
It looks like running lines that are so drilled that
Yeah, they drilled
they
well.
just look so smooth in the game
Yeah,
that they can score from anywhere.
yeah,
Yeah. Glasgow and Edinburgh. We'll get to Edinburgh.
yeah. That's
But
what I
definitely,
literally just said. That,
While on the other hand, that's like for our guy, Darren Scott, in case.
R.I.P.
Yeah. The Stormers looked almost planless. You know, let's just trust our talent. Let's just throw the ball around a bit, and we'll manage to find space. As if there was no training ground stuff.
No training ground stuff.
No training ground
Not
stuff.
well drilled.
Not well
Not
drilled.
accurate.
No.
Not clinical.
No. I think it was disruptive, losing your fly off positionally and getting Monty Lubbock on the field. I don't know if
They scored a good try at the beginning of the second half
Yeah.
with Monty Lubbock.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah,
I don't know if Sasha felt comfortable at, what was it, outside centre? And then at one stage, Herschel Yankee was playing on the wing.
Yeah.
But still, it's not like they had forward dominance or anything like that.
No, that's it. It's a disappointing end to the season for the
Yeah,
Stormers.
yeah.
But I think an accurate end to their season.
Yeah.
A
Glasgow
season-
looked really, really good.
Yeah. They've I'm trying to think now, who did they play the previous week? I've forgotten now. 2 weeks ago or whatever. They seem to be regaining their form, you know?
Yeah. Really hitting their straps at exactly the right time.
Yeah.
Bulls Edinburgh.
Yeah, again, we said
Yeah.
Scottish teams, accurate. Edinburgh, extremely accurate. Like,
Just scored.
it seemed like whatever they tried,
Yeah.
like, worked out,
Yeah.
you know? Their moves at R22, just excellent.
Yeah. Hitting the ball at pace. Extremely clinical. Like, you know, small things. Like if a pass is slightly behind,
Yes,
that sort of thing, it breaks your momentum.
yeah.
Everything just looked perfect.
Yes, and they really master like I don't know how to put this without sound. It's not derogatory what I'm saying. Like they obstruct you, but completely legally.
Yeah.
They're very good at that. Like you
The
can't get
the dummy running line.
to, you can't get to the guy with the ball.
Yeah.
It's very well done.
Yeah.
Someone's sitting there. I don't know if it's Sean Everett, but someone
Yeah.
is sitting there writing these plays and
Yeah.
it works well.
Yeah, so one of my colleagues at work, who's also a keen rugby fan, said that mustn't take anything away from Edinburgh. We're hard on the Bulls because they conceded 33 points, but the Edinburgh played really well, especially for the first bit, and then the Bulls got back into the game. End
Yeah.
of the first half.
Played very well to get back in the game, and then
Yeah.
there was like a 10-minute rampage.
Yes, where I thought, here we go again. But they will have to work on their defence. Their set piece was good, scrum was good, line out was good. I think we lost maybe 1 or 2 line outs. And in general, Willie marshalled things well. He could have made a few less mistakes, kicked the ball out on the forward pass.
On that point, Goosen supposedly isn't going to be injured, so
I think from goal kicking in a knockout, where Goosen is currently kicking everything over, I think he's...
Goosen is coming back.
I think he was on form.
Yeah.
I think his form was decent.
Some other miraculous recovery, like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
did a small procedure and he's better.
Yeah, really fantastic. Although Keegan Johannes is not playing that badly.
He's not playing that badly, 100%, but he is a scrum half.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, he scored a good try.
how many points did we miss kicking at goal? And then again,
Yeah, at
it's
one
not.
stage
It's
we were at
that's not,
7.
that's
at
not his
one
job.
stage. Yeah, yeah,
You know, it's been
Yeah.
forced on him.
yeah. Yeah, and then... So happy with the Bulls. Happy with the Bulls win.
Yeah, a win is a win.
Leinster Scarlets surprised me, eh? Yes.
It was an exciting game.
I was obviously rooting for the underdog in that one. 33-21 in the end. So they really played well. They played with a lot of heart.
And it was closer than that at some
Yeah.
parts,
And
you
they're
know.
also well coached, and a lot of players are showing what they can do, improving a lot over a short space of time. So hopefully Welsh rugby will be better next season than they were this season.
But Leinster did well. I mean, that would have been
Yeah, yes, that would have been
it was the big banana peel
yeah.
possibility for the weekend, you know. And they weathered that storm. They played well. They're just class.
Yeah, they were never in real danger. I think it was 15-14 for a short while.
Yeah.
But they just outclassed them. Yeah, guys like Sheehan was on fire again.
Fire.
Okay, and then the most spoken about game.
Yes, controversial.
Controversial game of the weekend.
Yes.
Ended in a penalty shootout. Is that what you call it? It's only the second time I've seen one. The previous time, I think, also involved Munster.
An Irish team, yeah.
And that
I
was
remember Conor Murray kicking their nozzle.
Yes, yeah, it was a European competition
Yeah.
semi-final or something, I think, if I remember correctly. Or a quarter, whatever, doesn't matter. I think it was Munster. And, firstly, I don't think both teams played that well.
Either team played well, but
Yeah.
I thought Munster... I think they'll be disappointed with how they let that one go.
Yeah.
I mean, 21-10 down, up, and it was like 10 minutes to go or something.
Yeah, no, I think so as well. I think they had it, and then there was definitely a momentum shift.
Yeah, the Sharks sort of started to click.
Yes, and got themselves back into the game, and I actually thought they would win it in normal time, or in extra time for that matter, with a penalty or something. But it's exciting things. So,
What are you going to say about
Jaden? Do you want me to
Jaden?
put you on the spot, or are you putting me on the spot?
No, you can put me on the
So
spot.
I've seen several things now. I've seen a picture of his calf circled, where his calf looks like a weird shape and stuff, and obviously the wink, which suggests that he's faking it.
Yeah,
What do you think?
but it's a cramp. He didn't have a neck injury. Why didn't they just move him?
Yeah, they could have just moved him.
It was weird.
Yeah. No,
When I was watching
like,
it, I was like, what is this? Just move him now.
Yeah, and we just want the thing to be over with.
Yeah.
Just get him out of the way so that the guy can kick.
It just seemed like he was trying to put Crowley off.
Yeah.
It seemed like it.
And then I've seen Irish press, not really South African press, but Irish press being hard on Crowley because of his use of language while the camera's on him, being a role model.
Yeah, but I wonder what happened there, because he was very upset.
He was very upset, and he used blatantly foul language on TV, which as a South African, I thought he was completely within his rights to do that.
Yeah.
But I saw at least two pages, newspaper and a website that said they feel a bit ashamed because of how Crowley acted.
I didn't see it. I thought he was justified. Someone, it was either Hendrickse or one of the coaching staff. Someone chirped him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So.
They said one of the websites said you don't talk to the opposition coach like that. Use so many swear words and stuff. But in any case, I don't think it was. I think Jaden Hendricks was a bit
kind of deserved it.
A bit sneaky, yeah. And then the booing was also. I don't like
the
booing at any kicks. I don't partake in booing at rugby matches. When there are kicks,
I have booed a referee. I have done that.
Yeah, maybe a referee. We've all done that.
Yeah.
But I don't boo at kicks. I like the European culture where you don't boo at kicks. I prefer that. Yeah.
Yeah. I know it's a very European thing. Like the Europeans, they find it extremely offensive. That's why they have all the respect the kicker signs and whatever.
Yeah.
That's not really a thing here. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's a thing in France either, is it?
And France, I think they also have the respect.
I think the New Zealanders also boo us when we go
they
into post.
they ring those cowbells and
Yeah.
stuff and whatever. Yeah.
So it's not really. But what I will say, so I didn't think too much of the booing, other than this. Like during penalty shootouts,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it then.
No.
It's different in the game,
Yes.
you know.
Yeah.
But do you want to discuss? I thought it was a mistake using Crowley for like the dead
The ones
centre
right in
kicks.
front, I think it would have been better maybe to have him kick from the side.
Yeah,
They missed one kick. We have the very young guy that I hardly know
perfect dead centre.
on the right-hand side, and he made it look easy. So
Yeah,
very calm for his age.
yeah.
Can't even remember the guy's name.
Who he is, Williams or something.
Yeah. So, but it's a terrible way to end a knockout competition because it's a toss of a
You
coin.
kind of just want a sudden death thing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it requires more skill than in soccer because you're aiming at a still standing object and you need to have real ice in your veins.
Yeah, exactly.
In any case, so the 4 teams we expected. So next week,
Yeah, Leinster.
Bull Sharks.
Bull Sharks. And I'm
You're
a Bulls
still
fan,
worried.
but I say Sharks.
Yeah,
Sharks are going to win.
I say Bulls. I think the Sharks don't play a nice brand of rugby.
I think they don't play a nice brand of rugby unless they're playing against us.
No.
Then suddenly they're expansive and
I hope they're a bit overconfident, and we have the ammunition to want to get back at them, and it's at home. So I'm going to say Bulls, and obviously Leinster, Glasgow. Yes, that's difficult,
I
eh?
think that's also tough
Yeah,
to call.
anything can happen. I'm going to say both home teams, but anything can happen.
Look, okay, let me just go what I say with... We haven't beaten the Sharks this year. They're like, we have the mental block against them. In the Currie Cup last year, we couldn't beat them when they had 12 men on the field.
No.
In the semi-final, I think it was, or a final, I can't remember. I think it was a semi-final.
It's going to change.
We lost in the Shark Tank. We got hammered at Loftus. That's bad.
Yeah.
So they're going to win.
They'll
That's what I say.
definitely. They're probably going in as favourites.
Every guy whose uncle has been to Durban on holiday is going to be wearing a Sharks jersey at Loftus on Saturday.
That's true.
So,
every province supporter is going to be supporting the Sharks at Loftus. on
There are no
Saturday.
province supporters at Loftus. It's only it's people who just hate the Bulls. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
and then it's hard to call. I would obviously, the obvious answer is Leinster, and especially because of the Champions Cup. I think a quarterfinal was it? Of course, quarterfinal a couple of weeks ago, where Leinster won like 50 odd points 0.
Yeah.
But I think that Franco Smith is a clever man,
Yes.
and he's got a good team who are well drilled, and they'll come there with a plan. And I think Leinster must be careful. That's it.
Yeah.
But I think
so
Leinster
too.
will
I think
win.
Glasgow can win it. You can't read anything into previous games, and but all 4 teams will be super pumped and super ready.
Mm.
And Sharks have a very good team on paper. That's the biggest thing that worries me.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
I was supporting Munster. I was full on Munster fan on because I feel like we can beat Munster at Loftus.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Sharks,
let's see what happens.
Let's see.
Maybe next week we with much better news.
Yes, let's hope.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.